guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. First of all, I just want to say a massive sorry for being MIA. I think I start every video with this, but in 2020 one of my goals is going to be more active on here on YouTube, because I felt like last year we started going a certain way. I got a little bit of growth and I really love making these videos, and then for whatever reason I stop and then I start again. But one of my goals this year is to definitely pursue this channel because makeup is my passion. So I thought I would sit down and do a 2019 favourite video. To kick things off with, I'm just going to apply something that I found really late in 2019. One of my best friends, she gave this to me. It is the Algenist Collagen Lip. I use this every night, every morning as well. You just click it out and then you get like a bit of gold. It just makes my lips so smooth, perfect for a good matte lip. I've been loving recently Confidence in a Cream by It Cosmetics. This is one of those really thick creams, but for some reason it does not break me out at all. That's the consistency of it there. Don't worry about all of these scars. These are from friends that came over for Christmas and then decided to stay longer than necessary. There are going to be some favourites here. Not all of this is brand new makeup. This is the stuff that I felt I reached for again and again and again. I'm going to prime my face using the Ulla Henriksen Banana Primer. If you've not used any of this brand stuff, I highly recommend it. That's the primer there. I love how it just sinks into the skin. It doesn't leave any residue and it's just perfect for your foundations. And I just find that since I've been using this, my foundation just looks so unbelievably smooth and it kind of like brightens my skin. So I think this is like skincare and primer all in one, which I've been loving lately. As I'm getting older, I find that I need skincare infused makeup, if that makes sense. As you guys know, I have an obsession with makeup, and in 2019 I kind of broke all limits when it comes to buying stuff. I literally bought so much makeup and so much of it I've loved. There have been bits that I really wish I hadn't bought that. Like the FOMO was so real. The fear of like missing out on like, you know, overhyped products for me was so real. I've got tons of stuff. In another video maybe I'll do like stuff that I've regretted buying in 2019. Probably the only brow pencil I used in 2019, and this is nothing new, I'm sure everyone loves this, is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and I use the shade Dark Brown. This is just such a beautiful pencil. It doesn't give me like Sharpie eyebrows like some I've used pencils in the past, and it literally just feels like I've got a Sharpie and I've just drawn on some brows. But this goes on so naturally, so beautifully. Right, we are back and brows are on. I'm going to move on to doing my eyeshadow first. There's a ton of eyeshadow palettes and I had a real job this morning trying to narrow down like my absolute favourites. So I've got it down to 2, and the reason being, the first one I'm going to talk about is the Be Perfect Cosmetics Clientele palette by Jar. And when I tell you about this palette, isn't it just gorgeous? I have been using this palette so much I've not put it down. It's just literally has every shade that I can play with. So back to basics. Painterly Paint Pot by MAC. Mine is really old and a little bit crusty. Okay, right, so taking that on a brush, I'm just going to pack it all over the lid. For brushes this year, again, the only brushes that I have been using are Morphe brushes. I just find they are so good quality, really good like price point as well. And I use the Jaclyn Hill ones, but I have been using these since I got them, and I have not put them down. I love them so, so much. Going in with the shade Blush, and I'm just going to put that into my crease, but not bring it too far forward. Guys, whilst editing, I realised that I still had tons of footage left to edit, so the next few bits are going to be fast forwarded. Going in with my second most favourite palette of the year, I wish I had bought this in all 3 colours, is the Huda Beauty Nude Obsessions palettes that she's done. There was 3 shades in this, and I got the medium one, but look at that palette. Isn't it just stunning? I actually really want to get the light one and the dark one as well. The base. Now, I got this foundation quite a while ago, and I got it in summer, and I know that it's a tad dark for my skin tone in the winter, but I honestly make it work. This foundation by Dior is just the most beautiful foundation. I go between NARS Sheer Glow and Too Faced Born This Way, and I have been loving this so much. I go in with a foundation brush first. This is something new that I've been doing. I've not been applying foundation underneath my eye bags. I find that when I go in with foundation, a concealer, and then powder as well, I just get so like cakey looking. So I try and keep places that I'm going to apply foundation to a minimum. And then this foundation, you can build it up. So if you like a full coverage, then you could go back in with another layer. Still looks like skin, but it doesn't have like that thick coverage. Now, concealers, I struggled with this because I'm always looking to hide like my dark circles. So I've had to like whittle down 3 concealers. This concealer here by Too Faced Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, I have loved this. Actually only now finishing, and I've used this on and off probably every day last year, so this is definitely a fave. Another one of my favourites, and you'll be quite surprised by this one, is the Morphe Concealer. £9. It's really thick, it gives me great coverage, and the price point is just amazing, and I honestly think this is such a good concealer, and I just think it's so underhyped. Bye Bye Under Eye by It Cosmetics. If you're looking for a thick, and when I mean thick consistency concealer, then look no further than this one. Do you see? Oh, she's thick. The M173 Morphe brush. Can you see what I mean when I say it's so thick? Now, because I find this foundation is a little dark for my skin tone, I go in with a lighter concealer. It honestly hides so much. A little bit down my nose, and then getting a blender, I'll just blend all of this out. My beauty blender is from Sunday Ivy. They're like fuzzy blenders, and again, I've not used a beauty blender since discovering this on Instagram. Right, I'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to blend all of this out, and then so that has all been blended in, and then I just pick up my foundation brush again and just go over everything just to make sure there's no harsh lines and everything is blended in. Now, going on to setting powders, I featured this in a video saying that I absolutely hated it, and it's the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder, and I rediscovered it last year. I think I was using it wrong, where I was going in with a beauty blender and it was just drying out my skin so much. So now I just take it on a fluffy brush, and I literally take the tiniest amount, and what I do is I just set very, very lightly, because I don't want my skin to look crepey and dry. So just set it really, really finely, and this has changed my makeup application. Whereas I find with the Beauty Blender, it kind of just like, I don't know, it turns it a little bit cementy, so it just looks really cakey on my skin. And I think where I'm coming up to that age now where my skin is classed as mature, it just sits in like all my fine lines if I bake. But if I set it with a brush, it just keeps the sheen of the foundation and it doesn't go horrible and crepey. For bronzer today, this is nothing new. I have loved Hoola bronzer for the longest time. I'm going to take it on this, put this right under my cheekbone, and I use this to contour with as well. So I'm just going to pop that just there. I don't go too far down, because I want to keep the centre of my face, again, as bright as possible. Just a medium fluffy brush and just blend that out. And then getting the brush that the Hoola bronzer comes with, I'm just going to run this down the sides of my nose. And it's the perfect way, I find, for doing my nose contour, because it just gives you like the little lines that you need, and then I run it at the bottom as well. Oh my god, It Cosmetic. This blush, look at it. This is called the Ombre Radiance Blush by It Cosmetics. So I just like to swirl my brush around, just there. Just there. So I, again, not coming to the centre, but just there. Can you see how pretty this shade is? Oh, I'm in love. I always find like my blusher is the first to go. So I like to pack it on just so I get some hours of looking radiant and youthful. Thank you, Dee, for giving it to me. I love you. No surprise here. The only highlighter that I have picked up again and again and again and again. And look, it's like this project just does not finish. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlighter. Girl, you done this. You did this. Watch this. I mean, there was, when this was like domed when I got it, so it is going. And then I just take on my finger and really lightly go into the middle of my nose, and then we just do a little pop. Taking it on a tiny little pencil brush just underneath my brow. I'm going to put some right in the inner corner of my eye and just bring it forward a touch as well. So going back to the eyes, I have really begun to see an aging process on my eyelids. And I'm finding now when I use a liquid eyeliner, it gathers in my tiny, tiny lines. So recently I have not been applying liquid liner. The days that I just use it on the outer part of my eye, the best eyeliner was for me for the longest time the NYX eyeliner, Epic Liner I think it's called. So when you first get this, it's beautiful, and you know, I've loved it for the longest time. I'm not going to say why I don't like it in this video. I will do another video of all the makeup that I've not liked this year. But the best one that I've been using is from, and I know she's pricey and I'm sorry, but it's by Dior, and it comes, it's got a beautiful nib, and I only use eyeliners like this. I just find that it doesn't settle into my fine lines like the way the Epic one, you don't get that. So I'm just going to do a quick sweep just on the outside parts of my eyes. So I'll be back. So you know when I said I didn't want a big thick line, but you sit there and then you do it, then you do it, then you do it, and then you come up like this, so it's fine. And I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Lifeliner. Again, I'll save it for another video, but I use this just to go into the top. Just make sure there's no pink coming through. No surprise, the only mascara that I have loved with all of my heart is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. I have used a fair few mascaras last year in the name of vanity, in the aim of getting longer, thicker lashes. Some of them didn't work out. Some of them actually pulled out lashes. Some of them gave me panda eyes, but this mascara, I can honestly say, is my ride or die. I'm gonna like bring you in a little closer just to see what's going on with these lashes. It's just phenomenal. This mascara doesn't budge, doesn't give me panda eyes. This curl that I'm getting will stay here all day. I get compliments on my lashes all the time. All the time people say to me, what mascara do you use? Your lashes are so amazing. Are they real? So the final part of my favourites for 2019, I am a lipstick whore. I'm a lipstick junkie. I have got tens of thousands of liquid lipsticks. Okay, maybe not tens of thousands, but surely into like the hundreds. And I honestly couldn't pick my favourite. Now, I will tell you about the lip combo that I have been wearing over the last 3 or 4 months every day, and every time I do it I get tons and tons of compliments. So I thought maybe I'll do like a best liquid lip for last year in another video, but just to talk you through today, what I do is I line my lips with xoxo, and you can see this is well loved. I've probably gone through like 2 or 3 of this year. So I line my lips with this. Sorry guys, I had to change position there because the sun was just gonna really get on my last nerve. What I do is I line my lip with xoxo lip liner, and then I colour my lips in the same colour. I go in with the Fenty Beauty Glass Bomb, and I literally smother this over my lined and coloured lips. Oh! This is all I've been wearing, just the lip liner with this lip gloss. I don't know what is this? What is this witchcraft and wizardry? Because it's just not sticky. Stays on for ages. Oh my god, I love it so much. Just the final thing, just to lock all of this in place, the best setting spray in my opinion has got to be the Morphe Continuous Spray. When I say I go through bottles of this, this is without a doubt the best setting spray out there. And all I do is go, and the smell and the way it comes out, it's just incredible. Oh, that is it guys. That is my favourite for 2019. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Before you leave, please hit the subscribe button and make sure you ring the little bell as well. That way you'll get a notification every time I upload. I am going to be trying to do this at least once a week, once every 10 days. But let me know in the comments down below if you liked any of the stuff that I loved in 2019. Also, drop me a comment down below of any products that you think I should try, and if you think that I will like them. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in another video very soon. Mwah! Bye guys.